Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, so in this uh, chapter, okay, so chapter 5, I part of chapter 5 I already combined with the previous video in the Power BI, okay? Right, so how to create the Power BI. Okay, so additionally, okay, after you create visual, or you create, you can do sharing with your colleagues, with your team, okay, in the Power BI service, okay. So this is additional that you can do calculation, okay, or we refer as a DAX language in business intelligence, okay. You can do it either in Excel or Power BI or Tableau. Okay, so I will show you how to do the DAX in both platform. Okay, right. So DAX is to perform the calculation. Okay, so in Excel, in the data model, in the Power BI, Power Query, or in the Tableau. Okay, so it's a refer to the DAX is refer to the data analysis expression. Okay, if you go to the website, DAX website, okay, so you search DAX website, you can find out that there are more than 100 formulas. Okay, all right, but I will show you only a few formula that are relevant to the business, okay, using the DAX language. Okay, so what we will do in this topics, okay, all right, so first we will create the calculated column. Okay, column, we create a new column and calculate profit example. Okay, so we will calculate the profit and we have create another columns, new column for profits. Okay, so calculated columns. All right, and then we will use the function related. Okay, so function related in Power Query. Okay, so relate with another tables. Okay, and then when we create a new column, okay, new column, calculation column, okay, calculated column, that's refer to the implicit measures. Okay, so implicitly you have one column. Okay, uh, another way to calculate is that using explicit measures, okay, or function in either in Excel or Power Query others, we call it as a measures only. So measures refer to the explicit measures, only formula, only calculation, but you can use later on, okay. But implicit, you have a new calculate new column, okay. All right, so then the rest is about formula lah. So I will show others. So you can refer to the slides when you watch this video later. Okay, so but I will show more on the platform, how to application. Okay, so how to create the DAX. Okay, so first we go to the Excel, the previous file that we create in the class. Okay, Excel file. Yeah, okay, so if you open the file, previous file, and you cannot see queries and connection, you can go to the data here. Okay, so data ribbon and click connection here. Okay, so click queries and connection. This is icon for queries and connection. And you have to wait until you can see the queries and connection. Sometimes by default, it will go to the connection first, but you can see the queries here. Go to the queries, okay? All right, so now we want to create a new to do a calculated column, okay? All right, so go to the Power Pivot, go to the data model, okay? Uh, Go to the Power Queries, Power Pivot for Excel, okay? All right, so this is a Power Pivot, a data model, okay? Uh, okay, so let's say I want to create a profit, so in sales, okay? So new column, okay, for profit, okay? All right, so the formula is shown as in this file, okay? Sales minus return amount minus total cost, okay? All right, okay, so go here, add a column, okay? Click add column here, and then click at the formula bar, okay? Type profit, okay, equals to F sales, sales amount minus F sales return amount, okay, minus F sales cost, total cost. Okay, and then enter. This is a table's name, okay, profit. Enter. Okay, so automatically it will create a new column with the calculated figures here. Okay, all right. So you can check if, let's say, whether it's a currency in a currency or whole numbers, or if, let's say, your the power pivot read as a currency, that should be fine. Okay, so if not, then you have to change it to the currency because profit is a currency. Okay, so this is how you create a calculated column. Okay, create a new one. Okay. All right. So let's say another function is that you want to use a related. Okay. Related tables. Okay. Mm, okay. Using a function related. Okay. Let's okay, so go to the products table. Okay, so in this product, we can see we have a product description. Okay, or we can remove one product description because it seems or you want product names probably, but usually we don't need a product description, so we can hide. Okay, can hide. Right click, hide from the client tools. Okay, so we can hide this. Okay, so when you do when you want later on, it will not show you in the Excel. Okay, it's smaller. Okay, we have a product subcategory is only based on key. Okay, we have a brand name in this table. Okay, brand name. And then unit. Okay, so since unit is in RM, so we can change it to currency. Let's see how to change it to here. Okay, currency dollar. Okay, so it should be in dollar because this is not RM, this is a dollar. Click here and change to the dollar. Okay, so let's say in this file, I want to include the product category. Okay, a new column for product category and a new column for product subcategory. Okay, for every product list here. Okay, for every products. Okay. Okay, for all here, we want to include a new column. So go to the last column. Okay, add a column. Okay, add a column. I want to product category. Okay. Okay, so columns name and then colon and equals to. Okay. All right. So type related. We use a related. We want to add a category first, the product category, but category names. Okay. Double click. Close the bracket and enter. Okay, automatically it will identify the category for each product here. Product category. Okay, for each list. Smaller here. Okay, so for each product, okay, we list the product category as well. Okay, so the new column, we want to add new column. Sorry, you don't have to read, or you can rename here, but because since we want to add the calculator, we can rename directly from the bar. Okay, so product subcategory. Okay, column. Sorry. Product subcategory colon and equals to. Okay. All right. Related. Okay. To the product subcategory names. Okay. We want the names, not labels or not the key. No need to include the description. Okay. Close the bracket and enter. Okay, so now we list the subcategory here. Automatically we read the subcategory here. Okay, computer accessory, home office, phones. Okay, so based on our with relationship here. Okay, so click, right? Okay, go up. All right. So now since we already add the product category and product subcategory here, so we hide this so we don't have to view this table anymore in the Excel. Okay. So right click in the product category and hide from the client tools. Okay. Automatically it will come gray here and also the sub product category. Hide the product. Okay. We have new profit column and new column for product category and product subcategory. Okay. All right. So we save and exit. Okay. Save and exit. Just exit. Okay. Go back to your Excel. Hmm. Okay, so I just want to show you, this is what happened when this file I create in another computer, okay, using another computer, okay. So, and now I open in another computer, so it cannot identify the path, okay, path to the source file, okay. So now we have to renew the path here. So we go directly to, or you can just double click, okay. All right, we want to improve the data source setting here. Okay, so click here, change source. Okay, browse, go to the folder that have that folder file. Okay. That's why when you create you create using data model, you must be consistent, use the same platform. Okay, if not, you have to renew this. Okay, all right. Now can see, can okay, isn't it? Okay, geography, change source to because this cannot read the path here. Okay, so geography here. Okay. Okay, so geography, okay. The next one is store. Change source. Okay. Browse. Store. Click OK. Okay. Okay, close and look. Okay. Now it improve our source of data. Okay, so since we just renew the path, go back to Power Query. Okay. Look at the previous. You should do improve the source before you create a calculated column or whatever. Okay, so that's still there. Save and go to Excel. Okay, it's okay. All right. Okay, so let's say now we want to create insert type pivot table. Okay, sorry, not like this. Want to create pivot tables from data model. Okay. Okay, you can see in the when you create the Power Pivot, there's no the product subcategory and no product categories table here. Okay, so in the product table, you will see the subcategory and product category and product subcategory. Okay, so less table here, less complicated. Okay, in sales, okay, you have a profit column. Okay, so you can add, let's say you want to add brand the product by brand and profit. Okay, include a profit. Okay, so this is a profit for every brand. Okay, or you can. Okay, so why sometimes we want to combine? Because you already have the product, you have every column. Then you can just add what is the problem that you want to hide. Okay, so sometimes when you combine all the levels in one tables, so you can create the hierarchy. Okay, so hierarchy in that table. So example here, so let's say I want to create one tables that have brand and then product category. Okay, so I have to create one by one here. Okay, I say then we have a subcategory. Okay, all right. So let's say if you put in one file, this is only can be done in one file, one table. Okay, all right. We can create a product. Go to Power Pivot. Go back to Power Model. Okay, it should the Power Pivot model. Okay, so click a diagram view. Okay, we can create a hierarchy here. See, this is I mean that because they hide this, so this is seems like not an active tables. Okay, all right. So I want to hide this. I want to create a hierarchy in this product. Okay, create here. This is a hierarchy product hier to create the hierarchy. Okay, so this is hierarchy. Okay, so the hierarchy first, I want to put it brand name. We have a brand name, the first level. Okay, then product category. Okay, and then product subcategory. Okay, and product name. Okay, you cannot do hierarchy if product category and product category column is not in this table. Okay, so now we create hierarchy, save and go back to Excel here. Okay. All right, so now you already have hierarchy. So we just when we want to create a hierarchy, a few levels, so we just create hierarchy. Okay, so automatically it will create hierarchy for you. So you don't have to click one by one. Okay, right? So you can hide. So it make it easy for you to create a hierarchy. When everything all columns in the same table. Okay. All right. That is create a calculated column. Okay, so next we want to create a measures. Okay, implicit measures. Okay. Sorry, explicit measures. This is an implicit measures. Okay, so you can see directly the column for profit. Okay. So to calculate explicit measures or measures, you can just from Power Pivot Windows, we have measures here. So click here and new measures. You can click new measures. Okay. So where you want to put that new measure. So let's say I want to put in the sales. Okay. Right. So the name is revenue. I want to create a new calculation for revenue. Okay. All right. So formula revenue is F sales, which is I want to do sales amount. The revenue is not based on sales amount only, but sales amount minus sales return. Okay, you have to exclude the return amount only. You can consider that is a revenue. Okay, so how you want to display currency? To decimal and US dollar sign. Okay, okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, new measure. Okay. And some epsilon. Use as okay. Epsilon amount minus Some have sales return amount. Enter. Eh. Okay, currency and click OK. Okay. We have to go to sales revenue here. Okay, so improve this. Measures, manage measures, and edit this one. Okay, some, some. All right. Okay. So now we have this is like FX symbol. Okay, so this is measures. Okay, variables for measures here. Okay, so another way to create go to the data view. Okay, go to the Power Pivot, create. So you can see here, there is a one variable that you calculate previously. Okay. And then you can add, let's say you want to add a total cost. Total cost equals to sum F sales total cost. Yeah. Okay. All right. Then you can format. Let me hide this. Okay, so general format in a currency. Okay, standard currency, English currency. Okay, now we want to add another measure, ratio. Okay, so let's say I want to add a ratio, colon, equals to divide. Okay, we will divide revenue. Okay, so divide revenue, numerator, can see here, numerator is revenue, revenue divide cost. Okay, total cost. Total cost here. Okay, that one that we already calculate here. Okay, close and enter. Okay, so it's a ratio. In a can check a data type. So let's hide this. Okay, I want to change it to decimal number. Okay, this decimal number ratio. Okay, all right, save and go to. You only create one calculation. Okay, so you can see in sales we have these three formula. Right? Okay, so let's say I want to remove this profit and add revenue. Automatically, it will based on that category. And then total cost and a ratio. Okay, ratio here. Okay, so you just add one measures, but you can use for multiple layer. Okay, so when you can see based on the brand, category, subcategory, product name. Okay, automatically it will calculate for based on the levels that you select. Okay, this is a revenue that you will calculate only once, but when you use in the in the pivot tables, it will automatically based on this product only. Okay, the ratio for the term advanced digital camera. Okay, total cost and total revenue. Okay, so let's say you want to change. Oh, I mean that maybe you make it wrong calculation for total cost. You want to edit, go to the measure and manage measure. Right, so total cost is actually is only because we have another 5% for should not include in the total cost. So we click edit. That sum of total cost. We want to consider total cost is 95% only. Okay, times by 0.9%. We should minus 5% for the cost that cannot calculate in the total cost. Okay, and then click OK. Close. And automatically change all the figures here and also the ratio. Click. Okay. All right. So the advantage that you do it in the data model that you don't have to do if you like common formula in Excel. Okay. So you have to add you have to do new calculation copy every time you have a new data. Okay, so in this case, in the data model, you just refresh your data. Okay, refresh data. Okay, can do the refreshing. Also data, just refresh here. Okay, okay, so refresh. Okay, from the data source. If you have a new data, then just refresh automatically. The calculation will adjust based on the new data as well. Okay, right. Okay, so now we want to create a new DAX. Okay, to do a filtering. Okay, filtering using a calculate function. Okay, so in this example, we will start to calculate the revenue for each country that we want to be shown in the pivot table as a percentage of first total revenue of all for all countries. Okay, the revenue and then percentage. Okay, for all countries, and then the revenue for countries in the country's continent. Okay, using the calculate expression. Okay, so now go to our previous file, the same file. Okay, that we create DAX previously. Okay, let's say I want to put it in the new worksheet. All right, go to Power Pivot. Okay, and then either you can create from new measure here, or you can go to data to Power Pivot. Okay. Okay. All right, so saya put in the same worksheet as well. Okay, sales worksheet. Okay. All right, so let's say I want to create a new calculation revenue grand total. Okay, colon equals to, this is a formula title. Okay, using a calculate, use a calculate. Okay, so expression, we want to calculate the revenue. So calculate the revenue. Sorry. Calculate a revenue. Okay. Revenue. And then a filter all. You want to show revenue for all geography. Okay, for all geography. Close the bracket and enter. Okay, and change it to currency. All right. So now we have. I want to make it bigger to show you. Okay. All right. So this is revenue for all countries, for all geography, for all the whole area. Okay. Alright, so the next we want to calculate continent. Okay, revenue continent continent total. So this is a total for every continent. Okay, columns equal to calculate using a calculate expression using a revenue. Okay, so revenue all except. Now we will use all except from the table the geography table name. Okay, you can, this is the guideline give it to you. Okay, so table name, from the table name, column name is that continent. Okay, the geography continent. Okay, close the bracket and enter. Okay, because this is not, you not group by this, so it will show you the total as well. Okay, change it to the currency. Okay, now you get a revenue for total and for continent. Now we want to calculate the percentage. Okay, so percentage, or let me show you how to. Okay, so because you can do both way. Okay, either you can calculate from here, or you can calculate from, sorry, this one, or using a measure, new measure. Okay, alright, so in the sales, make sure tables is correct table. Okay, sales, and the name is percentage of grand total revenue. Okay, untuk calculate the percentage, equals to divide, because it's a percentage, so divide the numerator is a revenue. Okay, whole revenue, and denominator is revenue new grand total. Okay, so this is the percentage of grand total, so based from the revenue grand total. Close the bracket, and then because it's a percentage, make sure use a number and change it to percentage. Okay, if we want decimal point, then can choose decimal point to decimal point. Click OK. Alright, so you can insert pivot table, so that again cancel pivot from data model. Okay. Okay, you can see in the sales here, now we already have revenue, grand total, revenue, continent total, and percent of grand total revenue. Okay, one more we want to add is new measure. Okay, from the continent. Okay, sales tables, percent, of continent total revenue. Okay, divide. Okay, divide, numerator is a revenue. Denominator is revenue continent total. Okay. And numbers percentage. Okay, alright, okay. Okay, so now we have based on the continent, so now we can add but let's say you want to add by geography. Okay, Okay. Not necessary you want to display by geography. So this is example first. Okay. So continent. How to detect. Okay, because previously we update the sources in it, so we have to create the relationship again. Okay, all right. So continent, and then based on the continent total revenue, where's the geography? I want to add a geography, and then let's say by region as well. Okay, right. So you can see this is continent total revenue. So every continent. Okay, is it this first? I want to put first revenue. Okay, so total revenue, and then I want to show you the difference. Okay, revenue grand total. Okay, so this is grand total. Total, say grand total. Okay, revenue for grand continent total. Okay, so this is every continent. Okay, percent for every continent atau grand total. Okay, from this one divide by 1 to 1 million, okay, and then percent from continent total revenue, okay, from this one. Okay, so this is to show you this is total overall. This is total for this continent, Asia, Europe, and for North Canada. Okay, so you can group. This is to the field how you can filter. Okay, this is total from overall from 1 to 1 million. This is percentage from 27 million. This is percentage from 22 million. Okay, this is percentage from the 71 million. Okay, this is how you can create the to show filtering. Okay, create the percentage based from the certain group. Okay, not only you can base on this continent. Okay, let's say you want to include a product brand. Just want to choose brand. Okay, okay. So automatically it will create a revenue breast this brand. Okay, in this continent. Okay, grand total for grand total for this Asia. Okay, and this is based on this continent. Okay, because it based on the revenue, so still is calculate based on the certain number. Okay, all right. Okay, they get measure based on whatever you choose lah. Okay. Okay. That's how you can do a filtering using the calculate. Okay, so next we want to make a year over year comparison, year between year, previous year, okay, this year and previous year, okay. Alright, so we will use the function same period last year. Okay, so this is the function in the data model, okay. Alright, so this is the formula that you can refer to. Okay, so go to our file, okay. Alright, so this is for geography. So let's me add one more new sheet, worksheet. Okay. Alright, so go to either you go to the Power Pivot or you can just add the new measure. Still in the same table, F sales. Okay, so then I want to name it as a previous period. Previous period revenue. Equals to we use same period last year. Okay, same period last year. Calculate first. You need to use the calculate first. Okay, because we want to filter using a same period. Calculate revenue. Okay, so we want to calculate revenue. Make sure you could choose the correct revenue. Okay, calculate a revenue Filter based using a same period last year. Okay. Based on the dates. Okay. Because same period kan, so the same date. Okay. Close and want to change it to the currency and okay. Calculate a revenue. Oh, another closing. Okay, need to close. Okay. Insert pivot from data model. Okay. And you can see in F sales, now we have previous period revenue. Okay. Alright, so one more before we create a pivot table. Power pivot, measures, new measures. I want to add a percentage. Okay. Right. Year of year. Okay. Year over year. Percentage change. Okay. Equals to divide lah. Because it's a percentage. So means that we will use a divide. Divide revenue minus previous. Okay, so the difference previous period. Okay, so the difference between current revenue and the previous revenue, this is the numerator. Divide by denominator, we must base, because the percentage of change we must base on the previous period. Okay, so previous period revenue. Okay, this is for the difference. The numerator is for the difference between revenue this year and revenue next previous year. Divide by the revenue last year. Okay, currency symbol and then okay. Okay, so we have a revenue here. Okay, so let's say we want to add based on dates lah. Okay, want to see the changes kan. Okay, so dates hierarchy. Okay, no, dates one put a column. Okay, so like this. Right, so or you want to put brand, want to see based on the brand or product. Okay, hierarchy one based on year. Or if you want to put a date later, brand first, and then you just in the row, just drag hierarchy product on top here. Okay, so this is, you can see changes for percentage of change. Okay, then you can add the previous period. Okay, put previous period first and then the changes. Okay, or you can put the revenue here. Okay, let me, this one and this, put revenue, previous period revenue and change. Okay, alright, so this is on based on the brand. Is it brand? Oh, I don't want to put based on the product hierarchy, only based on the brand. Exit and choose brand. Okay, and brand is above the dates. Okay, alright, okay, so this is for every brand. Okay, you can see the changes here. This is a decreasing. Okay, in the bracket means at the negative percentage. Okay, oh, I think I put it wrong punya formatting. It's okay. You can go to the measure and manage measure. Okay, so you can see a lot of measure here. Click year of over year of change and edit. And it's not should be currency because should be in a percentage. And click OK and close. Okay, so now it's already in the percentage. Decreasing about 35%. Okay. Alright, decreasing for this. Okay, for this brand. This is brand, isn't it? Okay. Alright, compared to the previous year. Alright, okay, so that's how you create a filter using the calculate function in the data model. Okay, so this is only example. So if you want to get more formula, okay, so you can refer to the slide for the formula. Okay, so if you want to get more, you can go to this website. Okay, okay, so all except or any other formula lah. Okay, so you can go to this website to get more formula. Okay, so that is it. This is in the Excel. Okay, so we want to go to using a Power Pivot, Power BI. So Power BI also use the same function, same formula. Okay, only that maybe you can create no need to go to the Power Pivot. Power Pivot. You just create from the main windows. Okay. Okay, so now in the Power BI, so reopen your previous file that you create previously, okay, to create the visualization. Okay, so we will repeat the previous step in the Excel, okay, because Power BI use the same function in the Excel. Okay, so that you can choose one only, either in Excel or you can use it in the Power BI, which one that you feel more easier. Okay. Alright, so in the Power BI, you can go to the using a data model here. Okay, data model. Okay. Okay, so in the Power BI, you can just, so this is similar to Power Pivot in the Excel. Okay. Alright, so now let's say you want to create in the sales a new column. You can add a new column in the sales. Okay, remember want to create a new column, calculated column. Okay, so new column, name. Okay, column is profit equals to sales amount in the sales table. Sorry, sales. No. No. Okay, because I double click. So sales amount, profit sales amount minus sales return amount. Sorry, S, and then minus sales total cost. Okay, and enter. Okay, so this is a profit, new profit. Okay, so profit, you can see some profit got a 1, 2 decimal point, some got 2, 4. Okay, so then you can change it to the using a currency. You use a United States currency. Fixed decimal. Oh, let's see. Okay. Alright, so now we have the same decimal point, or not whole number, fixed decimal. Okay, so whole number is changed to the whole number. Okay, so fixed decimal. Okay, so now every all here got 2 decimal point. You can change others as well. Okay, alright, so this is how you can create a calculated column in the tables. Okay, then you go to the products. You want to add another new column. Okay, so you can click this. Yeah. Okay. New column. Click product. Click table. Then you get a new column. You want to add a new column. Product product category equals to related. Sorry. So be careful, because if you click quickly, it will choose whatever choice that you have at that time. Okay. Alright. So product category names. Okay. Close the bracket and enter. Okay. Now we have a product category here. Alright. So add another column. Click here. Can see in this they show you formula. So this is additional. Okay. New column. You can add new table if you want, but in this case we just want to add new column. Product subcategory category equals to related. Okay, product subcategory name. Okay, and enter. Okay, right? Same in Excel, isn't it? Okay, but I think it's more easier. Okay, so then if you want to hide product subcategory, you cannot delete. Okay, because we not copy, we create related. Okay, so if you delete, then automatically that related also will delete. Okay, so you can hide in report view, product category and product subcategory also you can hide in the report view. Okay, you can see now it's a hide symbol. Okay. All right. So this is how you can create a new column. Okay. So let's say you want to create a new formula. Go to the sales, new formula. So you can choose new measure here. Okay. So new measure. So we want to calculate new revenue. Okay, revenue equals to sum. See, sum sales amount. We want to choose sales amount. Sales amount. Okay, rows minus sum of sales return amount. Okay, so revenue must be based on the minus the return amount. Okay, so enter. Okay, same as in the Excel, no more new column, but it will add you new variables here. Okay, the symbol using here is a calculation, a calculator. Can see calculator, it means that no column. This one is a calculated column. This is no column, but there's some measurement. Okay, all right, and then we will add again. Okay, new measure. Want to calculate the total cost, new total cost, which is considered only 5%, because you have to minus another 5%, 5%, isn't it? 95% only we consider. Okay, all right. So sum sales total cost times by 0.95. Okay, enter. Okay, so now you have a total cost here, or because if you think that it will confuse, then what you can do is that rename here. Maybe you can just put a cost. Okay, cost only. Okay, so cost only, so you're not confused. Okay, all right. So new measure again, new measure. Want to measure a ratio, isn't it? Okay, ratio equals to divide revenue, numerator revenue divide by cost. Okay, here calculate the cost. Okay, close the bracket and enter. Okay, make sure cost here is in the percentage form. Okay, this one a revenue currency. Okay, cost is in the currency as well. Currency. Okay. All right. So then if you want to create a tables, okay, go to the report. Go add a new page. Okay. Oh, it's so small. Okay. Can you create a table? Sorry. One, fix it to view. Okay. All right. So this you can see here. This is you have a matrix like a this is common table. Okay. So this is like a pivot table. Okay. Let's say you want to put a brand name. Okay. Brand. Okay. So okay, brand. And then profit, revenue, cost, and ratio. Okay, delete this. Okay. This is your new table. Okay, based on the sum profit, revenue, cost, and ratio. Okay, ratio. Because it's already divide calculate ratio, then maybe you can change the format is ratio. You can change the format, not percentage, based on general only. Okay, here. Okay, why is it in the go back to check ratio is in general or decimal number. Okay, you can choose your okay, so decimal. Okay, all right. So decimal number ratio. Okay, so this is how you can create a new calculated or new measures for the existing table using the Power BI. Okay, so next one we want to calculate a filter. We want to do a filtering. Okay, so let's say I add a new page here. Okay, filtering, new measure in sale, same as previous lah. We put in a new measure. Okay, revenue grand total equals to calculate. Okay, same formula, revenue or geography. Okay, all geography. Close the bracket, close and enter. Okay, we get a revenue grand total. New measure. Okay, I want to calculate a revenue continent total. Revenue continent total equals to, right, calculate a revenue, okay, or accept. Okay, table, geography, and a column based on continent, so we choose a continent. Okay, close the bracket and enter. Okay, same formula as in Excel. Okay, so now you create another new, but I think it's more easy in the Power BI. Okay, alright, so now new measure percentage. We want to calculate the percentage. Okay, percent of grand total revenue equals to divide. Okay, so divide revenue denominator. Here you can see denominator is a revenue grand total. Sorry, revenue grand total. Close. Okay, and enter. Alright, so it's make sure it's in a decimal number. Okay, and then can choose here. So this is to new measure. Okay, so to measure percent of continent total revenue equals to divide, okay, cost percent using a divide revenue, okay, revenue continent total. Close the bracket, okay, and enter. Okay, so the revenue, make sure you put it in decimal number. Okay. Okay, alright, so now we have a new calculation. Okay, so go to the view, report view. Okay, I create another view. You can create a table, you can create this one. You can create a new chart as well. Let's say you want to show map. Okay, map for region. A region. Where is a region? Geography. For every continent, okay, and the percentage for every continent. Maybe you want to put a revenue continent. Okay, can make it bigger size here. Here, smaller. Okay, you can create a new measure too, so you can create a chart. Okay, bring your cursor. You can see continent name North America, percent revenue total continent total. Okay. Okay, because this is a percent, maybe you want to put a grand total here. Okay, so percent for every grand total revenue. Okay. Alright, so of course based on the continent is 1%. Okay, or you want to put based on the region as well. Okay. Region, grand total for revenue. Okay. See, when you highlight here, you can see the percentage. Continent, North America, region, Canada. Okay, so you can display this as well, okay, using your new calculated variables. Okay. Alright, so now we want to visualize the what? Oh, okay, so I think I already put it here, or you want to visualize using a table, then you can change it to the table. But this is new one, just make sure this is active and change it to the table. Okay, so this is a table. New table, or you want to put in the chart, okay, in the chart, or a state chart here. You can choose whatever visual that's suitable. Okay, you can see the percentage here, or using a map. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can display in any visual alternative that you can. Okay. All right. Next one. This is based on the regions. Next one to create a DEX. Okay. To filter using the period. Okay. Period. Year over year comparison. Okay. Go to the table. View. Okay. Create a new. This is new DEX. New measure. Okay. We want to create a previous period. Okay. Previous period last year equals to calculate revenue, calculate revenue, same period last year based on dates, the dates, dates. Okay, so I didn't bring a table date. Okay, so based on the date, we have a sales date key here. So based on sales date key, okay, enter, enter. Okay, so as long you have a date, then choose that date. Okay, and then we want to calculate the percent year over year percentage, new measure, year over year percentage change equals to divide, percentage is divide, okay, revenue, the difference between revenue minus previous period last year, okay, minus and divide by previous period last year. Close the bracket and enter. Okay. All right. So let's say we want to create the view, new view here. Date sales. Okay. Okay, click here and we create hierarchy for dates. Okay. Create the hierarchy. So you can see date hierarchy here. Sorry. Okay, so using this one, not this one, we have hierarchy here. Okay, so let's say you want to put year and months. Okay, and then previous year, previous period sales. Sorry, not based on the brand. So brand, and then okay, we want to display using brand and then year and previous year. I think we need to change this to sales to date. Okay, enter. Close the bracket and close the bracket, enter. Okay, so now you get a value. Okay, because we refer to day, we must refer to daily period. Okay, we choose a date. Okay, so this is for every year, previous period year, and then maybe we want to put a revenue. Okay, revenue for 2000 for this brand. And then if you want to put revenue first, click revenue and then previous, and year over year change table. Okay, we create a new table for new based on the calculation. Okay, I just want to check the formula, the format for year here. Okay, so it's a general. We want to change it to the decimal number. Sure is what percentage to see. No, it's not percentage, just a decimal number. See the format. Okay, changes. Okay, decreasing and increasing. Okay. Alright, so that's how you create based on the period.